WA6ED. It looks like there's another activity on the radio this morning. Hopefully we'll be able to work it out. This is WA6ED for the SOARA Saturday TechNet, and it's open to all licensed amateurs. If you'd like to join the net, please call now.
E6H.
W6CH.
Gold station for the Billy Goat climb. Ed, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, Cher. We could yield to you if we need to.
Gosh, I guess I'm going to have to ask you to do that. This is K6. I'll just give you my my little script here. This is K6DHR, net control station for the Billy Goat climb. The frequency remains open for normal use. However, all stations are requested to yield to braking stations, so traffic information and/or member updates can be provided to the net. Your cooperation is appreciated. This is K6DHR, net control station for the Billy Goat climb. Does that give you the information you need, Ed?
Yep, it does. All you got to do is say that you need to break in, and then I'll instruct everybody to yield to the Billy Goat climb. Okay?
Yeah. Is this a long net that you're having?
Yeah, we do it every Saturday. It can vary from 20 minutes to 45 minutes or so. So it just depends on the questions that people might have or what they want to say.
Gosh, I kind of like having an open frequency here in case I do have emergencies. What can we do about that? Any input?
Well, I already said we would yield. I could defer to Ray. Ray may actually have a better comment on this, or we could cancel the net for today.
It's XRPR, Ray.
Ray is one of our operators that's out of Four Corners right now. AE6H, are you catching the traffic here?
I am, and I see no reason we can't coexist. E6H, and Dan is calling as well.
Thank you for the input, Jan. Ed, I guess that gives us an answer for both of us. And Dan, go ahead. It's KO6DIX. This is K6DHR net control.
It was in 6RPR, Dan. Ray says what I was going to say.
Thank you, RPR. This is K6DHR. We'll just be one happy group. Net control, K6DHR for the Billy Goat climb, standing by.
Okay, well, thank you, Cher. So far we have Ray, AE6H, and Claude, W6CAG. Anybody else want to join the SOARA Saturday TechNet? Please call now.
KO6ION, Phil.
Okay, we got KO6ION, Phil. Anybody else want to join the net before we get started?
KR6J, Kenan.
Well, it sounds like you won, Kenan. So KR6J, and then there was another station that doubled.
W6EDT.
Okay, is there anybody else that would like to join the SOARA Saturday TechNet? Please call now.
56, Echo Delta Tango.
Okay, I got you that time, Dale. Sorry. I wrote it down, but I didn't say I wrote it down. So anyway, it sounds like we got a quorum, and we will yield to the Billy Goat. I don't know if it was a run or a race or what, but Cher is net control on that one. So let's listen out for anybody that needs to break into our net, and we will yield. Okay, Ray, well, let's see. Does anybody have any questions for the net? Please call now. Okay, Ray, AE6H can hand it over to Claude, W6CAG. Claude, you can hand it over to Phil, KO6ION. Phil, hand it over to Kenan, KR6J. Kenan, you can hand it over to Dale. And take it away, Ray, WA6ED.
Good morning, Ed and the net. I'm sitting up here on the side of Saddleback Mountain for the Billy Goat climb, which is a foot race. Just no questions. Just suggest that when we do hand it over, the receiving party hesitate a little bit before picking it up in case net control or one of the aid stations needs to break in. With that, this is AE6H and over to Claude.
Okay, well, that was long enough. Foot dragging. Good morning, Ray, and hello, everybody. And good luck with all the old goats, or the young goats, and thanks for the information there, Ray. It's a foot race, huh? Interesting. Okay, I would have guessed it would have been an off-road four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive climb over the rocks kind of thing. But maybe it's just climb over the rocks thing without the four-wheel drive for the vehicle. That was enough. Phil, KO6ION, go ahead, W6CAG.
This is Phil. I'm sitting here at Augustine with the Irvine Ranch Conservancy Open Access Day. And I can see Saddleback Peak from here, but that's as close as I want to get to climbing it. This is Phil, KO6ION, handing it off to Ken.
Okay, Phil, thank you very much for that. Good morning, everybody, and Ed, thanks for running the net. And, been busy in the shop. I've got another, seems I'm on a roll with Keith Kit projects these days. Anyway, not much to add to the group, no questions, obviously, and I will turn it over to, I forgot what I was supposed to, oh, Dale. Turn it over to Dale, W6EDT, KR6J.
Oh, thank you, Kenneth. Had to get on the right VFO here. And, yeah, it's, I next time around, Ray, if you wouldn't, Ray, or even Cher, if you'd like, give us an update on what's happening with the race. It'd be kind of interesting to know, how many participants and anything that might be happening. So I'll say, not much this round. I'll pick up a couple of things I want to see the next round. Go ahead, back to Ed, WA60.
This is K6EHR with a comment, if possible.
WA6ED, go ahead, share. That's why I was pausing.
K6EHR, net control for Billy Go Climb. Hi, Dale. Hi, everybody that's on the net. It is a running race, and there are 3 races going on right now. There's 76 people that we have running around and about the mountain right now. 17-mile went off at 6:30, and then there's a half marathon and 10K that went off at 8 o'clock. And so we're making sure they're keeping safe and watered out there. So thank you. This is K6EHR, net control for the Billy Go Climb. Does that answer your question, Dale?
Yeah, absolutely. Just was curious, how many runners, and sounds like you have 5 or 6 aid stations out there, so very good. W6EDT, back to Ted, or Cheryl, whoever.
This is K6EHR, Dale. I'm not getting all of these signals, but K6EHR, Billy Go Climb, net control, standing by.
WA6ED. Well, thank you, Cher, and appreciate the backgrounder on that. Dale, you were breaking up from Cher's location, so you need a bigger antenna. Anybody else like to join the net? Please call now. Okay, well, real quick, WA6ED here. Real quick, I'm playing around with a Halo 10 AI hat that goes on a Raspberry Pi, and starting to play around with different AI models, and it's really interesting. And so I just got the hat last night, and it's made by Halo, the chip, the neural network chip, and it has its own 8 gig of RAM, so it offloads all the neural network calculations on the hat, on the Halo chip. So it's pretty interesting stuff. I might bring it to the next SOARA Saturday if I can. Right now I'm just trying to get the OS set up. Over to Ray on a Raspberry Pi 5. Over to Ray, AE6H, WA6ED.
Well, thanks, Ed. This is Ray, AE6H. Nothing much to add to that, certainly. Of course, Dan and RPR is our coordinator here for the hams that are participating in this event. And he had hinted that we might be trying out, those of us, and I do not, have mesh core to see what kind of usefulness or reception or whatever communications we could do with that. Not sure if he's had an opportunity to do that. We've had him pretty busy today transporting people and material between aid stations. Anyway, with that, A6H, and over to Claude.
W6CAG, thank you, Ray, and I guess Cheryl for the information. It's still kind of open in my mind as to why is it called the Billy Go Climb? I mean, you had to pick a name, I suppose. But the implication is that it's not just, that it's off-road. It's not on trails. It's not on a pavement. It's just sort of over rough terrain, kind of a thing. So that's what I'm thinking about, but maybe I got that all wrong. And Ed, what in blazes is an AI hat? I mean, is it a thing that you stick on top of your whatever other chip is there? Does it sit there like a little stovepipe hat, or I mean, what is it? I mean, AI hat, or is hat a what do you call it? One of those things? Not an algorithm. So HAT stands for something. Oh well. I'll add a couple other questions, but I'm going to leave them for now. Over to Phil, KO6ION W6CH. KO6ION WA6ED. Are you still wanting to take a turn?
KO6ION here. Yeah, continuous explanation about the neural net and the hat. I don't know anything about those. So, KO6ION.
Okay, over to KR6J. Take it away, Kenneth.
Okay, and, oops, sorry about that. Let me, hang on, I'm sorry, I didn't drag my feet on that transmission. Let me pause a little bit before and take it back up. I think that's sufficient. I'm curious too what the AI hat does. I know what a hat is, but I've not heard of this one. Even a vintage geek like me would be interested in something like this. I'm pro AI, so why not, But I'm very curious as to what this particular hat does. I'm not sure about neural networks. I haven't dipped a toe into those waters yet, but be curious to see or hear and learn what that does. That's over to Dale, W6EVT KR6J.
Well, thank you, Cannon. So I'm using 50 watts and 9 dB or so of antenna, so I should be hitting the repeater pretty well. Only using 5 watts before. So anyway, I was looking at the halo is spelled hail like the storm with an O on the end as opposed to how I thought it was spelled. Looks pretty impressive. 40 tops using 4-bit integers. So, that's, I don't know. In some ways, that's a little bit of a cheating spec because it's, the tops are measured on other ones are usually 16-bit, but whatever. Still pretty cool. It'll be interesting to see how large an inference engine you can run on it. And, I think that's very cool. So, tell us more about it, Ed. W6ED, and thank you for running the net, and thanks, Sheriff, for putting up with W6ED.
Right, AE6H.
Take it, Ray.
Net control, four corners.
AE6H, Four Corners Ray, this is Net Control, K6DHR, go ahead.
The first half marathon runner, number 527, just checked in and turned around at Four Corners. AE6H.
Copy that. Thank you for the update, sir. This is K6CHR, Net Control for Billy Goat Climb. Standing by.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Cher. WA6ED. And, an AI hat is a daughter board that fits on top of the Raspberry Pi 5. Okay? And it's an AI accelerator. Dale is right. It is a bit of cheating on the top, 40 tera operations per second, but those are 4-bit ops. And then 8-bit ops, it would probably be closer to 20, and then 16, of course, would probably be closer to 10. So it's basically an artificial intelligence type inference engine. They're usually called large language models or large vision models. You can go to Raspberry Pi website and read about it. That's probably the best thing to do to get up to speed on it. As far as different models, it'll do a 1.5 gig model, which is a fairly small model. There's a lot heavier duty hardware out there where you can run very large models, but you're going to probably spend $6,000 to $10,000 for some of those NVIDIA engines or more. And it's used to ask questions. You can chat to it or break.
Break. K9JOS on the Billy Goat Run.
K9JOS, go ahead. This is K6DHR Net Control.
So we just arrived at our station here at Bedford Heath, and I think that the attendant here, the race attendant, said that the last half marathon runners have already passed through. So his question to Net Control was, can he shut down now, or what do you advise? K9JOS standing by.
K9JOS, your signal was breaking up. I didn't hear what aid station you were at and what's the question. Can you do again, please?
That's affirmative. So, Cher, I'm at Bedford Heath. The last half marathon runner has already gone through this station. So the attendant here at the aid station would like to know if he can close the station and come down. Waiting for advice.
I got your question. Stand by, and I will talk to the race director. And this is K6CHR, Net Control standing. I'll return.
Copy that. K9JOS.
WA6ED. I'm going to break for Cher until she finishes. WA6ED.
WA6ED, A6H.
WA6ED. Go ahead, Ray.
I think you can proceed, Chair, or walk away. I'm sure to meet with the race director. I believe our traffic is complete. A6H.
Okay, sounds good. I just want to make sure we don't interrupt anything. As far as AI models, I'm going to run a large language model. They call them LLMs, and there's a ton of videos on LLMs on YouTube. And basically what I want to use it for is to see what kind of agents I can create to do things for me. So, and the different kinds of agents might be someday to have a robot lawnmower mow my lawn or whatever. But I'm just starting out trying to learn as much as possible. Let's see if there's anybody that wants to join the net. Please call now.
Break.
Go ahead, Break. WA6ED.
This is K6CHR, Net Control for Billy Goat Climb. K9JOS, are you sure it was a half marathon? It could have been a 17-miler. Can you confirm that?
CHR, that's affirmative. They were the 17-milers.
Okay, I hear from Lauren that yes, that aid station can break down.
Copy that, Net Control. Thank you very much. Rover 2, monitoring.
K6CHR, Net Control, Billy Goat Climb, standing by. Thank you, Ed.
You're welcome, Cher. WA6ED. So the Halo chip, I believe, is an Israeli company, and I don't know much about the chip, but there's a new version of it out called the Halo. They call it the Raspberry Pi AI Hat 2. And it has its own 8 gig of RAM. There's some older models that are about a year old. It's only a year old and it's an older model. What else can I say? All right, let's go back up to the top of the list and go to Ray, AE6H, WA6ED.
This is A6H. No further traffic. Thanks for running the net this morning. 7-3 all, and of course, since I'm monitoring the frequency, I'll be listening out. A6H, over to Claude.
Okay, Ray, 732 you. Let's see, so I went and Googled AI hat, and I'm looking at a page here of things that look all like baseball caps with various logos on the front of them, with the popular artificial intelligence hats. I could have one that says AI expert or Jedi Knight. What else did it say? AI. Artificial intelligence is no match for natural stupidity. All right. I mean, anyhow, there's a whole lot of them you can have AI hats. So I guess I'm up to speed, right? Over to Phil. KO6ION W6DAG.
Phil, KO6ION. I'm still here at the Augustine staging area for IRC. We've got probably 100 people in here today visiting the open access day along San Diego Canyon Road. We're open till about 2 o'clock. You can stop in and the public's open to the public. Beautiful day with a light breeze. So Phil at KO6ION 73.
Okay, thanks, Phil. Over to Kenan, KR6J, WA6ED.
Thank you. Yeah, I was just dragging my feet there for the Billy Goat Climb. I have to say, I got a chuckle out of Claude's comment about that. I thank you, Claude. You brought a little bit of laughter to my mornings. I think you are up to date now. Actually, during the roundabout until it got to me, I went on to Google Gemini and was looking it up. So I get it now. It's it basically looks like it takes the processing load off of the Raspberry Pi. I'm sure that's one of the things it does. Maybe it has many functions, but I haven't read fully all the way down the page. That's interesting. Anyway, I've been wanting to get a Raspberry Pi for a long time, but my end goal was always to build I know one of the guys that works really good with the Raspberry Pi platform, and he did a I think 1001 or something like a 501 video game console. So he built a console table with all these video games, retro video games, vintage video games, whatnot. And the Raspberry Pi is driving the whole thing. I wonder if the AI has something more. Wait for the repeater to reset and make sure I should probably chunk up my transmission here so I'm not transmitting while somebody in the Billy Goat race is the frequency. Anyhow, I'll keep it short. So that was my interest in the Raspberry Pi. That's enough said on that. Everybody have a great weekend. I'm assuming that this is a 73 round. If not, I'll stick around for one more. But I'll turn it over to W6EDP KR6J.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was just looking at some of the use cases. It looks like it kind of could be a cool little tool. The one of the things that I've done with, before it was called AI, it was called machine learning or that sort of thing. Many days ago, maybe 10 days ago. No, just kidding. For machine learning has been around for a long time. Anyway, we used to do predictive failure analysis using machine learning inference engines. This actually could extend that a little bit and have more of that inference stuff going on in kind of real time, more adaptive it looks like. So kind of a cool thing, and it's not very expensive for sure. So I'll stick around another round or two. Over to Ed, WA6ED.
Okay, WA6ED. Is there anybody that would like to join the SOARA Elmer Saturday TechNet? If you'd like to join the net, please call now.
Break.
Go ahead, Break.
And net control 4 corners.
Go ahead, 4 corners. This is net control, KCHR.
Just FYI, the Forest Service LE patrol just passed 4 corners headed downhill. East.
Ray, AE6H, 4 corners. Can you repeat that? Your signal broke up.
Forest Service law enforcement patrol just passed. The LE Ranger, AE6H.
I copy that. Where there's actually 2 sewer men out there, so you'll probably see another one with a canine in it. Thank you very much for the update. K6CHR, net control, standing by for the Dilly Goat climb.
4 corners, the E6H and over to net. The TechNet, that is.
Okay, thanks, Ray. WA6ED, and thank you, Cher, for doing the volunteer work today. Yeah, inference engines. I thought I should start recording or screenshotting or keeping the link for the different videos I saw. I've been watching so many videos lately, it's not even funny. The inference engine and stuff like that. There was one presentation where they were talking about, what they did in the 70s and the 80s, or even back into the 50s, and the history of AI. I took a class at UCI, an extension class on neural networks back probably 30 years ago now, and man, hasn't it take off. Basically, GPUs are the key to a lot of the AI work these days with all the multi-cores and stuff like that in the GPUs. All right, let's go back up to the top of the list. The Claude. Oh, Claude, if you use DuckDuckGo, I just said AI Hat, and AI Hats actually showed up that were part of the Raspberry Pi. So the other option you could take is type Raspberry Pi in front of AI Hat. That might actually help the lesser quality AI search engine like Google, but DuckDuckGo does probably a better job. Over to Claude, WA6ED.
Okay, Ed, thank you, W6PH. I'm sorry, my sense of humor got out in front of me and tripped me up. Yeah, I saw the other ones too, but I went with the one I understood. I went and looked at the other, one of the things that Google pointed me to, and it showed me this PC board with an IC on it, and I said, well, and I'm scratching my head. I said, well, it doesn't look like a hat, but okay. And then I went down and then went down a little further, and I found one that actually gave me things that look like hats, and I said, aha, okay. So now I know about AI hats, at least something that I understood. I have probably revealed the level of my technical understanding. How did I ever survive for this many years? I'll never say my secret. I'll take it with me. Over to, let's see, I think Phil signed out, so who got it after Phil? Oh dear, probably Dale, W6CVD. Pick it up, W6CAG. Actually, it's Canon KR6J, WA6CD.
Okay, well, thank you, Ed. Once again, thank you, Ed, for running the net. And yeah, well, thanks, if I may, feel spotlight a little bit to the volunteers who run those raises. I know there's quite a few of them on this frequency and public storage networks. But that's great. I think they do wonderful work. Been many years since I've done races. I've not done any foot races, but hats off to them for the work that they do. Let's see, I think that's it. And Claude, don't ever, provide any excuses or what's the word I'm regret for your sense of humor. I think it's great. And it's the one I initially understood as well, but then I did a deeper dive. But anyways, enough said on that. Let's keep that subject to death. And yeah, like you, I have to keep my survivability rationale a secret in this. I sometimes think I'm just a technician in an engineer's world, but oh well. Well, I think I'm going to go as well, and I'll keep this short. So everybody have a great weekend, and everybody who's volunteering, stay safe up there on the hilltop, on mountaintops, whatnot. 7-3, back to, let's see, over to W16ETKR, sorry, Dale, W16ETKR6J.
Oh, thanks, Kevin. No problem. Call me anything but late to dinner. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I enjoy Claude's sense of humor. It's always good. I'm not entirely sure that the hat that said was artificial intelligence cannot overcome human stupidity. Maybe that's true in general. I don't know. It's hard to overcome human stupidity sometimes. But anyway, that sounds like a very cool tool, Ed. I'll be interested in hearing what you can make out of it. I mean, the sorts of processing you can do on it, like you say, small agent style processing seems ideal for that particular thing. So yeah, we won't have to listen to you talk about going out to mow the lawn. You'll simply sit in your chair and say, AI, go mow the lawn. And it'll happen. Sounds great. Anyway, WA6ED,
WA6ED for the SOARA Elmer Saturday TechNet. And Claude, yeah, I love your sense of humor. You are funny. But I had to get my techno snub in there. So you need to go do some back propagation and relearn, Claude, and then do some retraining. And there's other terminology that has evolved. And that's what frustrates the heck out of me is there's perfectly good terminology that AI could use, but they decided that they're unique enough that they invent a lot of their own other stuff. So, but back propagation was something that we did 30 years ago. So anyway, with neural net. But it's all fun, and they're just a whole heck of a lot more sophisticated and faster these days. So something to play with, and we're trying to use it for certain things that work as well. So they pay me to watch videos lately, which is always good. All right, let's go up to the top of the list to W6CAG, and let's go ahead and do a 73 round and wrap this net up. Over to Claude, WA6EV.
Okay. Yeah, W6CAG here, and I like that, Dale. Your goal is to get to where you can sit in the lawn chair and I'd say, I don't know, what are you going to call your AI assistant, Genie or whatever? Go mow the Lon, how many weeks, years do you think that's going to work before your assistant just comes back and says, "You want your lawn mowed? Go mow it yourself." Yeah, we'll have people will become the servants of AI somehow. Oh well, sounds like fun. And yeah, Ed, I went and looked up. You mentioned an inference engine. I said, okay, let me look that one up. So I'm scratching my head over that, and so I figured, well, let me see what that was if I can understand that. And so here it tells me that that the modern engine optimize AI models for deployment through techniques like layer fusion, quantization, and specialized hardware acceleration. And I'm thinking, okay, I didn't understand inference engines, and I sure as heck didn't understand the explanation. I think you're right, Ed. I need to push the reset button, go back and start over. Let's see, I miss Kenan. Did Kenan find out? Well, I'll head it towards Kenan. If Kenan doesn't pick it up, then Dale, you got it. W6CAG.
Break 4, Billy Goat Net.
This is Net Control K6CHR. Go ahead, 868.
Net Control, this is Deadman's Corner. Have a request for confirmation on 5 bibs that have not passed this checkpoint and their races are over.
Sorry, Dan, KO6BIX. You want to know if you have 5 bibs that have to turn around?
We have 5 bib numbers who have not made the check on the race. We want to know if they DQ'd or did not start.
Okay, your signal's breaking up on me here. Can you repeat again? There's 5 bit numbers that are to do what?
5 numbers to be checked to see if they have DQ'd or failed to start. So all the other race participants for that distance have already completed past this aid station.
Anybody relay that for me, please? This is K6CHR.
Control, this is KK6LZB, rover 1.
Still not getting a good signal, breaking up.
UA6ED, Sheriff. I think the signal is on your side because I think most of us on the net could hear you quite well and others quite well. So you might want to reorient your antenna if you're on an HT.
Oh no, I'm not on an HT. I'm on an ICOM 5100 with a small antenna that I couldn't move if I even wanted to. Can anybody relay what Dan KO6BIX was telling me?
Dan, could you repeat what you just said? I'll take notes and relay it to Sheriff. WA6ED.
This is KO6BIX. We are looking for, the 8 staff are looking for verification on bib number 543 and 550. Did they DQ or did not start?
You want me to repeat that, Sheriff?
I do, Ed. Thank you so much. WA6ED, go ahead.
WA6ED. He wants to know if 543 or 550 DQ'd or did not start. Apparently those people didn't make the checkpoint.
Okay, the numbers I got were 543 and 550. Were there additional numbers?
Negative.
And he wants to know if they disqualified or did not start.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Let me go check with the director and I will be back. This is K6CHR, Net Control, Billy Goat Climb.
Deadman's Corner, standing by.
Thank you, KO6BIX. Hang on, stand by there.
Okay, let's hand it over to W6EDT, and we are on our 73 round as a reminder, Dale.
Roger, Ed. And your A, well, I will tell you, sorry, Ed, I cannot do that. Mow your own lawn. 73 all. This is W6EDT, and back to WA6EDT.
Okay, thanks, Dale. And let's go ahead and close out the SOARA Elmer Saturday TechNet and hand it over to Cher for full net control ownership. But yeah, that's it. 73, everybody. Have a great day. And I'm going to go mow the lawn. And yeah, we'll make a HAL simulator. That's what we'll do. And have to go watch 2001 Space Odyssey again. WA6ED, this net is now closed and returns this repeater back to normal use.
WA6ED, W6DS, real quick.
Go ahead, W60S.
Yeah, dragging my heels just a little bit in case someone needed to get in. I was trying to get in for a little while, but there was traffic every time you asked for late check-ins. Anyhow, I was just going to throw in that looks like a neat hat. I'd be real curious about the power consumption, so we'll have to talk sometime later. I've been playing around with the GPU 5060 series, so a real high-end with 16 gig of RAM, so that gives you a feel for it, but a whole lot more power envelope than what you're using. Anyhow, 7-3, have a great Saturday, everybody. W6CS, I'll be clear.
Sounds good, David. WA6ED clear.